Today is a very exciting day because we get to pick the books that I'm going to read for the month of June. I cannot believe it's the 1st of June already. It's actually crazy. Where did May go? June is also my birthday month, so hopefully we get some good picks this month. I'm really hoping for at least a couple 5 stars. I feel like last month I did not have good choices. Last month I was struggling. I'm not going to lie. I did not finish all of them. I did get through a couple, but I didn't finish most of them. One of them I actually DNF'd and I'm going to unhaul because I just couldn't get through it. And if you want to see my reviews on that, make sure to tune in next week. But today, I'm going to pick the reads for June. This is a huge jar for the amount of prompts that I have in here. So if you have any really good prompt ideas, just let me know in the comments because I'm always trying to add more to this. Before I start picking my books, I want to show you something I've been working on. I have become an e-reader the past year, honestly. I can't believe I'm saying that because I used to only read physical copies, but it's just more convenient for me and it's just cheaper. I wanted to create some sort of mini bookshelf with all of the books I have on my Kindle because that's a more accurate representation of what I want to read right now. I worked on making this mini bookshelf. It's really cute. I printed out the covers myself so I couldn't find the spines for each book, so they're kind of just color-coded right now. I have a really good idea of what I have in there. I actually have kind of organized it. This bottom shelf is my thrillers. In the middle is Christian fiction and classics and just miscellaneous things. And then the top is mainly fantasy. I'm very excited to have this now. It's kind of like more exciting because I don't have physical copies of these books, but it feels like, oh, I can actually put something away or pick it out of the bookshelf. This right here is my physical TBR shelf. I still have more unread books upstairs, but these are just ones that I kind of want to get through faster. I have some on here that I do want to read, but I have some that I've just kept over the years and I'm still thinking of getting rid of. I'm going to try to pick at least one of these books just because I actually want to go through them and just see, do I want to keep these books or do I just want to unhaul them with the rest of the books? So that's where we are right now. I'm also a Christian, so I have this little box where I'm going to pick 2 books of the Bible that I want to focus on this month. I just want to pick those first just because those are easier. I don't really have to do much thinking. I just pick and then I just read it. So the first Bible book that I'm going to focus on this month is Proverbs. That's going to be a good one. It's definitely more abstract than some of the other ones, but it's the one with the most wisdom, so I'm very excited to read that one and just go more in depth into it. The next Bible book that I'm going to focus on this month is going to be James. This one is a short one, so I'm very excited to go through this one, and I feel like it's a book that not too many people talk about, so I'm very excited about those two. I'm glad that I got one from the Old Testament and one from the New Testament. That's a really good balance for me. Now, moving on to my other books. I'm trying to think of how many books I should pick this month. Last month, I picked from books that I didn't really want to read from, and I wasn't really excited, and I am a huge mood reader, so I was really struggling to get through them. I did read, I think, 6 books last month. It's not like I didn't read that many books. I just didn't want to gravitate towards those books and I didn't want to read them. If I pick most of the books from my ebooks shelf, maybe I can actually accomplish the TBR, but we'll see. I think my goal is to pick 4 books this month. And if I'm really liking them, maybe I'll stretch it to 5 just to challenge myself. But for now, let's just start with 4. The first prompt that I have, a booktuber's 5-star book. I actually got this prompt last month. It's funny because last month I picked Alyssa Marie's, what I thought was going to be a 5-star for her, but then like a couple weeks later she came out and said that it was a 4-star, so I guess I never really accomplished this prompt anyways. I picked Theo of Gold and I'm actually in the middle of reading that one, so I plan on continuing that novel, but I want to see if I can find a 5-star read from another booktuber just so that I can accomplish this prompt. Yesteryear is really popular and I know a lot of people have rated it 5 stars, but I don't have anyone in mind particularly that has been raving about that book and has rated it 5 stars. Most of the booktubers that I follow have rated it 4 to 4.5 stars. I'm actually on Freya's Goodreads right now and I'm just going to go through and just see what she rated 5 stars. See, she has a lot of 4 stars in here and I know she adored a lot of these books. Okay. I went through her 5-star reads and a lot of the books that she has rated 5 stars I've actually already read, so it's kind of annoying trying to accomplish this. I did pick up 2 books from my mini bookshelf over there that I know people have rated 5 stars. I don't really know who exactly has rated this one specifically 5 stars, but I know a lot of people have, so I'm just going to consider it. The book is The Correspondent. I really, really, really want to get to this one, but I'm waiting for the audiobook on Libby to be available for me. I have requested it for probably this past 6 months, and it still says several months wait, so maybe I should just get to it. I really just want to listen to the audiobook because I hear that it's a really good audiobook to listen to. The next one I'm so excited to go into, but I really want to wait until the movie comes out so that I can read it right before and not forget anything. Freya actually also rated this one 5 stars. It is The Sunrise on the Reaping. This one I'm really excited for. It's the only Hunger Games book that I haven't read yet, and I hear that it's heart-wrenching. If I follow my heart, I want to read Sunrise on the Reaping more, but I feel like The Correspondent is more of a June read. So I think I'm going to go for The Correspondent, even though I don't have an exact booktuber to tell you. I know that a lot of people have rated it 5 stars. Let's hope that we don't cut any more corners going forward. The next prompt that I'm going to choose is became a movie or a show. Okay, well, we just talked about Sunrise on the Reaping, and I really want to read that, but I feel like I want to get closer to the actual day so I don't forget anything. I have a terrible memory, and I just forget everything I read sometimes. Even if I love the book, I will forget most of it. I'm really struggling because I really want to pick it up this month. Maybe I can look at my other bookshelf and see if there's any books that I have on there that have become movies or shows. I do have a Good Girls Guide to Murder. I've really been wanting to read it so that I could watch the show. I'm not sure if the show is still going on, but I know it has at least 1 season. So this is an option. I might end up choosing this because I just don't know how many other books I have. And usually if the show or movie hasn't come out yet, I like to wait until the last minute possible to read the books just so it's fresh in my mind and I can do a direct comparison. But we could also consider other books. I know I have Verity on my mini bookshelf, and I really want to read that because I'm so excited for the movie to come out. I hear really good things about it. So that's another option that I have, but I also want to wait until it's closer to the movie time. Do you know what I did just realize? I hear that Yesteryear is going to become a movie, and I think Anne Hathaway bought the rights to the movie. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on that, but I did hear that it is going to become a movie down the road, and I don't want to wait for that one because it's so popular and I'm really excited to read it, and the premise is just so interesting. So I think I'm gonna consider that one, and I think I have it right here. So the other choice that I might pick for this month is Yesteryear. For anyone who doesn't know what this book is about, which I don't understand how you could not know because everyone's been talking about it, but in case you're not on my side of BookTube, I'm not really sure what genre it classifies under, but I know that it has elements of a thriller and elements of a literary fiction. It basically follows the story of this woman who is an influencer trad wife, and then somehow she gets sent back in time in the 50s where trad wives was the day-to-day life, and she just has to maneuver around her new lifestyle, which she was advertising beforehand. So it's really interesting. I'm really excited for this one. I've been wanting to pick it up, I just haven't had time, so maybe if I pick it as my read, I'll actually get to it. But I definitely have 2 good options for this one. I've been really unmotivated with my current physical TBR, so I am going to just go on a limb and pick Yesteryear. I think the lineup right now is looking really good. The Correspondent and Yesteryear. I'm very excited. I didn't say this before, but I'm currently in the middle of reading like 4 books, so hopefully I finish a couple of them. I might pick one of them just so that I can include it in this month's TBR, just because I know I'm going to finish it anyways. For the third book that we're going to choose from, the prompt is, let's see, gold on the cover. I don't have too many books that have gold on the cover. I'm going to count a certain shade of yellow as gold, to be honest, just because I don't have many copies that actually have gold embellishment in it. I've had this book for such a long time, and I really want to get to it. I've actually started it so many times, but I never was in the mood to read it. It's called Stain, and also look at this cover. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a chunker though. This book is actually a fairy tale retelling of The Princess and the Pea. At least that's what I've heard. It does take a darker tone. Obviously, it's a book that no one really talks about, so I'm not sure if any of you have actually read it. If you have, please let me know in the comments because I really do want to get to this at some point. I really love fantasy, but I am trying to stay away from witchcraft. It did say that a witch saves her and raises her in an enchanted forest, so I'm not sure if there's actual witchcraft happening in here or if this is just a witch in the sense of like she's someone who performs magic. I've been trying to stay away from books that mention witchcraft in a positive light, so I'm not sure how this one will portray say witchcraft or if it has actual witchcraft. And I have no problem with magic. It's just when it enters the realm of actual witchcraft that I just get a little tense about and I step away from. So this one might be an interesting read, but I'm not sure if I want to dive into this one right now. Another book that has gold on the cover is Lightlark. This is a very popular novel. I bought this a long time ago, I think when it came out. I'm not sure what this is about, to be honest. I'm also kind of scared about this one having witchcraft in it. I don't know what the magic system is like in here, so I could take a gamble with this one too. I know that it is a romantasy and it does have a love triangle, which I don't mind as long as it doesn't get stretched out too long. But the back says, every 100 years, the island of Lightlark appears only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is unequatedly wicked. To break them and save themselves from their realms, one ruler must die. It's interesting. It really does sound interesting to me. As of right now, the only options I have are these two, so I'm going to go with one or the other, and if I do feel like something's pulling me away from these books, I'm just going to stop and DNF it and just get rid of it. But right now, because of the length, honestly, I'm going towards Lightlark, and I just want to see what all the hype is about. I really hope it's nothing like too witchy. I don't mind magic again. I really don't mind magic. It's just when it's used in a witchcrafty way and just sorcery. But I think for this month, I'm going to pick Lightlark. So I'm very excited for that. I feel like it's been on my shelf for so long and I really do want to give it a chance. I'm a big lover of fantasy and I just have been hesitating because everything I pick up just has elements that I don't really want to read anymore. I'm just trying to put some boundaries with what I read as a Christian. Okay, so far we only have 3 books, so it's time for the fourth. The fourth and hopefully maybe final prompt is going to be first letter H. Okay, first letter H. We'll see with this one. I'm not sure how many books I have with that. I think I put it because my first name starts with an H, so I just like that letter. But let's see. Let me think through the books that I'm actually currently in the middle of. I'm currently reading Animal Farm, Lost Lambs, The Boyfriend, Theo of Golden, and I think those are my 4 books that I'm currently reading. I could be wrong. I might have started another one. None of them start with the letter H, so they're kind of disqualified anyways. I'm gonna just have to read a lot of books this month. Let me look first in my bookshelf over here. Okay, I literally went through both bookshelves and I don't have anything that starts with the letter H. I don't know what I was thinking putting that prompt in there, but I'm going to have to pick again because I don't have anything to pick from. So the alternate prompt will be an odd amount of pages. Either I could pick something from there that I really want to get to this month and just look up on Goodreads what the page count is, or I could look into this shelf and try to pick something again. But honestly, I've kind of already told myself I don't want to read something from this bookshelf other than Lightlark this month. So I'm going to look at the current reads that I'm reading, and I'm going to go on Goodreads and see which one has an odd amount of pages. According to Goodreads, Lost Lambs has 323 pages, so that's definitely a contender. The Boyfriend has 368, so that won't count. Theo of Golden I included in my last TBR jar video, so I'm just going to consider that for the last one, but I do want to look up Animal Farm. Okay, Animal Farm by George Orwell is 141 pages, so honestly I'm just going to pick both of those books for this month's TBR just because I've already started them, but I'm only halfway through, so hopefully the second half's added together is equal to 1 book. I don't know if that counts, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, so finally, for this month's read, I'm going to obviously from the Bible read the books of James and Proverbs. As for my other reads, the only physical copy that I have is Lightlark. All the other digital copies that I have are going to be Yesteryear, Lost Lambs, The Correspondent, and the only mini book that I don't have is Animal Farm just because I added that recently and had these printed out a long time ago. So those are my books for this month. If you have any suggestions of other books that I should put in my mini bookshelf, please let me know. If you have read any of these books and love them, please suggest them to me in the comments, just because I don't really hear much about some of these books that I have in there, so I want to get inspired by people. That's usually what makes me excited to go into reading. Hopefully a couple of them are 5 stars. If I had to predict right now which ones are going to be 5 stars, I think I'm really gonna like The Correspondent and Yesteryear, but I'm a huge fantasy lover, so Lightlark could go either really well or really poorly for me, just because I am a fantasy connoisseur and I kind of have started to have high standards. So it could either be a really good novel for me to read, or it could be something that I'm just like, I've read a million times before and nothing special. So we'll see how that goes, and just tune in the rest of this month to see what my opinions are of all these books. If you like this video, please like and comment below. Let me know what you're reading, because again, I'm always looking for book recommendations. And please subscribe just to see more of the videos coming up and just to see my reactions to the books that I picked today. Until next time, bye.